No one in this chamber or in this body that is not a loyal American and doesn't want to see to it that our troops, our nation, and our security is protected. But this is not the way to do it. This resolution is conceived in sin, and it is brought forward to us without an opportunity to consider it or discuss it properly. No hearings, no opportunity to amend, not adequate discussion, not an opportunity for a motion to recommit. All done in a closed fashion, sprung on this body with no time to consider. The end result, the opinion has to be that this is a clear, bald-faced attempt to strangle criticism of this administration. This is an attempt to silence the press. I would quote to you what Tom Jefferson had to say some years ago. I am for freedom of the press and against all violations of the Constitution, to silence by force and not by reason of complaints of the citizens, just or unjust, of our citizens against the conduct of their agencies. Now, beyond that, Herbert Hoover, an absolute freedom of the press to discuss public questions is a cornerstone of American liberty. That's what we are talking about here, the first 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights of the Constitution. This administration is perhaps the most deceitful and dishonest that I have seen in the 50 years I've served in this body. They either don't know what they're talking about or they deliberately mislead. They told us about the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. They told us about Iraqi connection to al-Qaeda. They ask us to believe that the giving of no-bid contracts to Halliburton, which wastes billions of dollars, are in the public interest. They tell us that the insurgency is in its last throes. They tell us that they're protecting our civil liberties while they're tapping our phones and spying in our libraries and looking into our bank accounts. They tell us to trust us on everything. They tell us to trust them on everything because they're protecting their civil liberties. Well, I don't think I can trust this administration to protect my civil liberties or those of the people that I serve. And I certainly don't believe that the majority has shown that we can trust them, because they're not having a fair, decent debate on this. They're bringing to the floor a bill under a gag rule to gag the press, to intimidate the press, and to see to it that though one agency in this country that is telling the people the truth about what's going on over in Iraq and elsewhere in the function of this administration is denied the opportunity to come forward and to tell the truth so that the people may know of the follies and abuses of this administration.
Phil from Ohio. Mr. Speaker, I would indicate to my